You know what's funny is when you get ingrained into a certain segment of a community, you feel like that's the only game community out there and you just fixate and focus on that. But what's transpired recently with Console Fanboy has made me open my eyes to other areas of the gaming world and realizing that it's not just the Intellivision Amico cult that's just absolutely insane, that there's actually other cults out there and other niches, and every segment of the population seems to have their iArcade or Arcade 1-Up or Amico fanboys. Every segment of gaming you could possibly think of seemingly has their own community. And I know it sounds obvious when you say it like that, but when you find yourself stuck in one of them, it kind of goes with blinders on and you forget that there's other segments out there that mirror exactly what you felt in the community that you were stuck in. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT, and I have to bring this to you because it just stopped me dead in my tracks this morning. I was getting ready to go take a shower and start my day, and I got this notification from YouTube that Console Fanboy uploaded a video, and I usually watch his stuff. He's a very entertaining YouTuber. He's very small for how good he is. I'm surprised he hasn't blown up yet, but I think it's just a matter of time. I will link him in the description below to check him out. He shows a lot of passion for what he does, and that comes through on his videos. It's not just these epic takedowns of other people. It's fantastic works of art. Sometimes he puts a song together and music and all these things, and it's the kind of thing that it's good to expand your horizons on YouTube and find new channels out there. And this guy is definitely one of them. And I want to give him a shout out, not just because I enjoy his stuff, but because nobody should deal with what he just dealt with. JT. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for my full article breaking down this insane death threat situation between a YouTuber named Brooklyn Menace, who I've never heard of before, and him going at Console Fanboy. And this is something that started out as just a small, bitter back and forth banter between the two of them. This guy and most of the iArcade community don't like Console Fanboy because he keeps it real. Kind of like me. And there's a lot of people that don't like me because I speak my mind on stuff. If there's something I don't think is right, I'll make a video and say, hey, I don't think that's right. Here's why. Here's my reasoning. Let's have a conversation about it. Console Fanboy takes it one step further sometimes and puts it into a song. And I mean, it's just epic.
Meanwhile, in the background, baby, at games is building the Death Star. The Death Star. Meanwhile, in the background, baby, I'm about to reveal the best part. The Papa Brad's not smart. No, no, no.
The song he put together made this entire situation spiral out of control because there are some people on the platform that just can't handle reality, can't handle the negativity, can't handle someone talking about them in the not greatest light. And if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And KFB, or Console Fanboy, is a well-known name in the iArcade circles. And yes, it's a smaller circle on YouTube, just like Intellivision Amico, just like Arcade 1-Up, just like Atari. Like, there's all these tiny little niches of these retro-themed or individual arcades or pinball machines. There's a community for each of them, and it blows your mind if you actually dive into it, because the YouTube algorithm doesn't show this stuff to you unless you search it out yourself to find out more about it, and then this entire world opens up. And with this particular situation, KFB put together that song, and Brooklyn Menace did not take very well to it. Brookie didn't take it lying down. He fired back with a rant in a recent stream, and this rant kind of goes off the rails, and watching him, you can kind of see right through his eyes that there's nothing going on behind him there. It's almost like this unhinged dude that's just like so angry, and he doesn't have the intelligence to fight back. It kind of reminds me of the Rexer show when he came at me that one time and was like, I don't watch his videos, but I don't like him because he's not a good person. It's like, you can't say that unless you watch my videos, okay? You have no ground to stand on.
And now you're going to go and you're going to trash him. And I don't watch the videos he does. I'm not going to.
So Let me get this straight, buddy. You started your podcast off with the Batman movie that you didn't watch. You moved on to an arcade one-up topic, and then you moved on to basically trashing me. It amounts to trashing me, but you admit that you haven't watched my videos. What are you basing this opinion off of?
I have to get this from hearsay, but I do see the thumbnails. And
so you are forming an opinion on a YouTuber based off of hearsay and thumbnails and refusing to watch the content to make up your own mind. I'm pretty sure that tells us all we need to know about who you are as a human being. Someone that's easily misled. But just take a listen to what Brookie has to say about Console Fanboy right here.
You're an embarrassment, dude. So we're going to spare you. You don't want to get into a YouTube war with me, and I don't want to get into one with you. Because I promise you, I'll introduce you to a whole new world. I would give it maybe 2 days before you'd never show your face on YouTube again.
2 days before you'd never show your face on YouTube again.
Because you'd be introduced to a whole new level, to a whole new world.
Now I know I'm talking all excited about this and be like, wow, look at that. But in reality, this is not cool. This should never ever happen on YouTube, especially in these niche communities. And I get it, nothing's going to actually transpire, but you do worry about the unhinged weirdo one-off out there where they could do something. And it's like, just don't go there. Why do we always have to boil it down to, oh man, you said something bad about me? You're gonna die. Like, can you not? That's so childish. It's so immature. It goes to show the level of IQ of some of these people is below 10. The situation reminds me a lot personally of what I've dealt with in the past as well with Intellivision Amico and certain, we'll say, cult members of Intellivision that have stood by it no matter what evidence gets presented showing off that the company is completely fraudulent. No matter what happens that transpires to prove otherwise, they stand their ground because they don't want to be wrong. It's like the sunken cost fallacy where they've put so much emotion into the success of this brand that they just have to completely stick to it because otherwise their entire life is a lie.
We love you, Tommy. It is always good to have you on, brother. And, we love you and love you, Tommy. He is awesome. He is just outright awesome. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody can downvote us. They can leave nasty comments. I love Tommy.
The entire YouTube platform is filled with people like this, and some might argue I used to be one of them, but I snapped out of it. I used to think Tommy was cool and that he was onto something until I realized, whoa, no, this is not what I thought it was. And yeah, it was probably a little too late, but that's because I was so close to the issue that I couldn't see the forest for the trees. I just thought Tommy knew what was right, and I realized after the fact that I should have never been that way. And in doing so, I feel like I grew a lot. And I look at some of these other people and I'm just like, bro, grow up. Like, what are you doing with your life? This is what you're fixated on. This is what you're focusing on. This is what you build your entire life around. Come on now. The world of YouTube and online gaming communities like iArcade truly showcase the diverse levels of intellect and personalities. YouTubers hail from every imaginable background, bringing a wide array of intelligence levels and thought processes to the table. This spectrum is vividly displayed in these gaming circles, where you can encounter brilliant strategists and insightful commentators, alongside some of those whose actions and words sometimes defy logic, to put it nicely. Most people that I've dealt with on this platform are perfectly fine, but then once you start drilling down to these niche communities, these people start standing out and you're just like, holy crap! If YouTube required a bare minimum IQ to have a channel, many of these people in these niche communities wouldn't have a platform. And that's kind of the ironic thing about YouTube, is it allows you to broadcast yourself to everyone and let the audience realize if you're a smart person or if you're a complete moron just by watching you and seeing what's this person thinking about and how are they packaging it to me, the viewer, so that I can consume it. It's a unique aspect of the digital age. Without the internet, many of these individuals, especially those exhibiting less than stellar judgment or downright absurdity, would remain unknown to everyone. This online stage not only amplifies a range of voices, but also lays bare the stark variations in reasoning and intellect among people united by a common interest. These people are being found by viewers because the viewers have an interest in the topic or the niche, and then they discover that the person that they're following may not be the brightest bulb on the street, but they still watch them anyways because there's no one else talking about what they're interested in. And in that lies some of the issues with YouTube, but at the same time it's a double-edged sword because it's how people get discovered, it's how people get found. But situations like this should never extend to death threats or implying that something's going to happen to someone because they made a funny song about you. Like, deal with the criticism. If you're going to put yourself out there on this platform, understand that people are going to be critical about you. Hell, I get videos made about me almost every day if you search my name where people are just like, yeah, that guy sucks because he sucks. Like, okay, great, that's your angle. Have at it, bro. My point is, I show people who I am with my videos. People can extrapolate whatever the hell they want out of that, but at the end of the day, I understand by putting myself out there, it's going to draw some criticism. That's what happens. Many of these smaller channels out there don't think that criticism would apply to them because they're small channels and people shouldn't make fun of them. But at the end of the day, the truth stands firm that no matter what size you are, if you put yourself out there, you will be criticized. Deal with it, take it, suck on it, but don't put death threats out there. That's just so beyond outlandish that I can't even. And the type of person that does this is never going to go anywhere on the platform. I'm going to leave it there. Check out Console Fanboy. I'll put a link for his channel in the description below. Also, I'll link this article in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Meanwhile, in the background, baby, at games is building the Death Star. The Death Star. Meanwhile, in the background, baby, I'm about to reveal the best part. That Papa Brad's not smart.